please bring Diksha, the 80-year-old who is difficult. She's limping, not even capable of limping properly without the thing, crutches. And therefore, next day, in the home where I was staying, uh, was brought. I'll cut the story sharp. I'll come to Diksha. Diksha came crawling to me, and then I was looking at intensely with a laser like focus. I was looking. She came to me and said, Om Sri Dwarakamayi. 80-year-old who little knew about Dwarakamayi puja or anything. Maybe the mother went and said, she said, Om Sri Dwarakamayi. I told the mother and father. Father is a PhD, owning a organic chemistry lab, helping the University of Georgia. He's an advanced research, advanced degree holder with a super specialization on chemistry. Both of them were there. I said, you take care, and she's crawling, and therefore ask her to pray to Shirdi Baba in your home and say 11 times Om Sri Dwarakamayi every day. Fast forward to next day. They went, they talked with me for a long time, they went. I looked at the girl. That girl looked very promising, just like Rajalakshmi of Kumbakonam. I'm showing hands towards what? Sri Ram. Sri Ram's mother-in-law, they were all once Srimati Gita auntie sitting there. They all know Kumbakonam. Kumbakonam, Rajalakshmi came from Kumbakonam. Now she went around Shirdi Baba and she started saying Baba, Baba, right? Das Ganu was present. He's the one who said, say Sai Baba. He's the one who met with Rajalakshmi, year 1952. Well, Das Ganu lived to be 103. Now, coming back to the story, she crawled, Diksha crawled every day, and then she said, Om Sri Dwarakamayi 11 times while crawling, and then she took 11 times, 11 steps, the crawling steps, if you will. Fast forward. Atlanta Temple, Shirdi Baba Temple. It's a very busy day. Lots of people, devotees are, Om Sri Dwarakamayi and all that. They're all are nice pictures. It's a huge temple in Atlanta. Suhani, right? He was formerly from Atlanta, living in Atlanta. Suhani, very nice place. There are 4 or 5 temples in Atlanta. Correct me if I am. So everybody is there, and then this Diksha comes, and suddenly from the hand, she's holding a crutch, the mother, Srimati Tanuja, and father, Dr. degree holder, they both are there. See, suddenly everybody is there looking at, oh, Mama spoke about that last month, only 3 weeks ago. And about to be another satsang for the 3rd Saturday that month, just 2-3 days, 1 week before. Suddenly this happened. Tanuja bolted from the arms of the mother, Srimati Tanuja. She bolted and started running. This was seen by everybody, including Rameshji, who was then the trustee, one of the 12 or 9 trustees in Atlanta. Rameshji called me immediately, said, what you said when you said that we didn't believe you. We scarcely believed you when you said that this girl will walk. She ran. When I say your walk, she ran. I should have said she will run. She would have been flying inside the temple. This is what I am talking about ceaselessly every 3rd Saturday. I'm not getting into what happened, and Rameshji, everybody went and hugged the girl, and then there is no looking back. There is no looking back for Tanuja or the father, a PhD and holding a very big position. And then several things they came and requested. One of them is a green card for the father. He got the green card right on time, probably before time. This is how Tanuja came up. This is not a normal story. Yesterday, 2 stories happened exactly like Tanuja. This time, they were flying. They were flying, happiness. Suddenly everything, the tables were turned completely by Shirdi Baba. Just 12 hours before, 6 months before, this couple was expecting the worst. Expecting literally the worst. I'm not getting into the case because this case is supposed to be next satsang. In the end, if they allow, I'll say 2-3 sentences about that. But then, I was in a flight coming from Chennai, India, all the way to Doha. The flight, you all know. When I fly into Doha International Airport, it is Qatar Airways. Am I right? Qatar Airways. Got into the airport. The time given to me was, she will correct me if she was with me, and so was my daughter. We were getting into the airport an hour and 45 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes for the flight to Dallas. in Qatar. While going, it is only 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then while coming back, it's probably 45 minutes more. We got into the aircraft, beautiful. Before it landed, we saw the ocean, and then suddenly Qatar appearing like a dream. That nation is a dream because from the 14th floor of the hotel, that's a very different story. We were put in a hotel because we missed the flight or something. Anyway, we were put in a hotel from the 14th floor. We saw all the cars. The daybreak was 3:45, 4 a.m. 4 a.m. was like American 9:30 a.m. Okay, I was looking at it 4 a.m. because we took our dinner only at 1:30. Am I right? 1:30 night. It was a fabulous dinner, and then we couldn't sleep. We were watching. I was watching downstairs. All the cars in that kingdom were white. All cars were white. There was no other color. If you see any other color in Dubai, in Doha, I'll give you $11. Okay, all right. You don't drive your car. All right, Mercedes-Benz light green, and then ask for $11 from uncle. We were very surprised, but then before it happened, we were walking, sauntering down the airport. It's very expensive, very leisurely, beautiful, luxuriously decorated airport, Doha, that is. We came in there and using the restroom and other things, we wanted a cup of coffee. And then, therefore, we are about to go to the cup of coffee. I was going forward because I needed coffee. Suddenly, the ground staff of Qatar Airways, a lady, a short lady appeared, shorter than me. She came and said, I will show you the coffee shop. I just said, what, are you Shiva? He loves coffee. I said, are you Shiva, uncle? From East Love, there in Dallas. You like coffee? No, it's not my coffee. I know you love coffee. I was a little bit, flattered, and then I love coffee, but then I was flattened the very next time. How does she? She know. Qatar Airways, she didn't even fly with me. She's supposed to be ground staff at Doha International Airport. I said, okay. My wife didn't hear exactly what she said. She thought she must be a ground staff because wearing all the right uniform of Qatar Airways. Went to the coffee shop. I looked at her very quizzically. I said, do you work for Qatar Airways? Yeah, I'm a ground staff. I work really here. And then she immediately said, the reason I saw you here, I was looking for you. I said, you are looking for me. I was looking for you because there is one lady, appears to be from India, from Andhra Pradesh. She speaks Telugu. I speak so well of Telugu community, even in Doha, Qatar. That lady comes and says, there is a Telugu speaking lady, I can understand, therefore you come and help. Okay. I can speak good English. That I see. Uncle, I see. He said, I can speak Hindi, and if you're a little careless, I can speak beautiful Tamil. Okay. But that lady speaks Telugu. But by the time she was dragging me into the room, they were left to take the coffee and all that, and the restroom, whatever, wash the hair, the thing. I was following the lady. Look what happened. I went into a side room. Real incident, 2022, July 19th morning, exact time, July 19th. The same day afternoon we came here. Same day you come here, right? Because night 1 o'clock flight in Chennai. Takes me into the room. When I entered the room, listen to this. Listen to this. She's talking with somebody. Listen to this. If you listen to all the miracles that Baba does, you will get health, wealth, and happiness. My email's last sentence. What is the email last sentence? This Pooja's email's last sentence. She's a writer of the email. What's the last sentence? More out of life. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. You come and listen. She writes all the emails. You get more out of life. I learned my English from Sapna. Beautiful English, right? In the email. Anybody who says it's not enough English, raise your English flag. I'll come down on you after the satsang. All right. Enter the room. You know what happened? That Telugu woman, Indian woman, tells me, you and your Shirdi Baba, you keep the Shirdi Baba with you. Don't come into the room with Shirdi Baba. I was a little taken aback. I have a Doha ground staff, and the lady is looking at her and tells me what I told you. You keep your Shirdi Baba with you. I don't need Shirdi Baba with me. She was about to shout like bipolar, like a bipolar lady. She was about to hit me, stood up. The lady said, you are the only one who can talk. So I went forward. I know, by now I know who is this lady. I went forward and then said, if she hits me, that lady will save me, because I partly know who that is. And then I went closely and I was about to touch her. I was about to pat her on the back and then say, please come to us. She was supposed to fly to Dallas in our flight. Remind you, I was going for a coffee. I didn't have my coffee. Without my coffee, my brain was working because of the person who was coming with me, supposedly, purportedly, ground staff of Qatar Airways. I went to the lady and touched her and said, don't touch me. So I'll ask Shirdi Baba, because she told me, right, don't bring Shirdi Baba with. I'll ask Shirdi Baba to touch you. No, no Shirdi Baba. She looked at the lady, no Shirdi Baba. By then I understood she was able to see who this person is. Baba was showing her. He was Shirdi Baba. I saw a lady, a beautiful Middle Eastern Qatar lady, Qatari lady, whatever it is. What is the adjective? I don't know. Qatari, Qataran. And that lady said, I told, see, you say Shirdi Baba has come, therefore come into the flight. We have hardly 37 minutes, 35 minutes. I remember my conversation. Please come. Okay, I'm Sai Uncle. That I know already. He told me. That is a she. Look at the hints given to me by Shirdi Baba. This is how I live my life, ladies and gentlemen, every moment. Yesterday, 4 raw miracles, and then how can I tell you, how can I explain to you? Kaise batave? Of the 4 miracles, come on in, 3 miracles. The people who enjoyed 2, at least 2, they became crazy. They even said a very, very serious case about to, guillotine about to be, Damocles sword or guillotine about to be on there, this thing. Nothing happened. So they went crazy. When they told me I was not crazy, I said, this is what I told you last week. This would happen. That case. Only one person in this congregation, she knows. I told her briefly. This is going on for the last 8 months to 1 year. Very happy, and they went home. Still could not believe. I could not believe this lady is refusing to come. 37 minutes, 36, 35, 30. At 30, I could convince her. Said, if you don't believe, all that I said was, if you don't believe in Shirdi Baba, you said Shirdi Baba, will you please believe in Sai Uncle? First he said, you Sai Uncle and Shirdi Baba, go get the hell out of the place. Sorry for the word. She was very angry. And then her anger came down. He must have done some miracle, the lady. And then she came out and came into the flight. She thanked me. And then she went away. And then the ground staff continued to be with me. By the time she was ready, I forgot my coffee. The ground staff, she did not, said, let's go and have coffee. I said, very nice of you. I was about to say, Baba is very nice of you. Because by then I knew it is not the ground staff. A beautiful young short lady with the impeccable uniform of Qatar Airways. She was ready. My daughter was ready. We all went into the aircraft. The bridge. She was watching me. I was watching her, looking straight into the eyes. She came into the aircraft. And then we came in. Remember, she was on the side of me. I went in. I was about to say, if you're Shirdi Baba, you can walk in, nobody can see. That also happened. She went on walking inside. Nobody objected. I stopped and asked one of the ladies who said, welcome on board or whatever. I said, do you know this person? Is she ground staff of your Qatar Airways? She said, sir, we have never seen a person like this. I was about to give a satsang, but I have to enter. Other people are coming in. I said, other people are saying, hey, give me way. I got to go. I got to go to Dallas. So am I? So is that Telugu person who was coming, right? The lady. I have to tell you, Telugu is ruling the roost even in Doha. You people belong to mighty Telugu community. I'm learning Telugu a little bit slowly. I come one step above Bhavnara. Second sentence I learned. My friends are teaching me online. I have my AI assistant who would any day teach finest Telugu. The flight started. I asked her, "Can I have your card?" Other people are pushing me. I was not bothered. They also went into the class, their seats. "Can I have your card?" "What's your name, ma'am?" She gave me a card. She said, "My name is..." Are you all prepared for this? One, you know that story. This is not Jayavahi. She is thinking this story is clipped off, taken straight out of the beautiful pages of the author Jayavahi or Winnie Chitluri. She is friends with both of them. She knows them personally. One is an MD, otherwise, yeah, both are MDs, doctors, who were attracted by Shirdi Baba. At the age of 52 from North Carolina, they went straight to India. One went to Nilgiri Mountains in Tamil Nadu, the other one went to Pune. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? You are an expert on these two authors. She gave me the card and told me, "My name is Saima. Saima. I said, "You are Saima." I said, "I am Sai Uncle. Very nice to have met with you." The people inside were wondering, she does not belong to, they were about to call the Qatar's 911. She is not a ground staff and she is wearing a badge and other things. I stopped them. I said, "This story, when the flight is going 40,000 feet, I'll tell you the story." I told them. 2022, July 19th, it's still green in my memory. I can see her face, beautiful face. We went into, she went on looking at me, and then she must have gone back, or better way, she must have vanished. One last sentence to this story. I came to Dallas. Another kind of story caught my attention when at for 39,000 feet. Another kind of story, an email caught my attention, and that's a very different story. I had to face that challenge because Baba came like the lady. I came to Dallas and then wrote a letter thanking her for the wonderful opportunity to meet with that wonderful Telugu woman who came to Dallas in the flight. I happened to see her once. She was okay, no bipolar, nothing. Is it all stage managed? When I wrote the letter, it came back saying that no person living there. You know the Satcharita story? When they wrote in Mumbai, they say, "I am living here." He gave some money, he wanted to give the money back. This is such a, you know that I don't want to waste your time. When I went there, everybody said, all Islamic people, Muslim people said, "There's nobody living here," right? Kartik Kara. Nobody there. The letter came to me back saying that no person by this name is living at this address. I knew that. I was only testing my ground, not Shirdi Baba's ground. So, the takeaway is, when you come to the satsang, you will meet with Shirdi Baba. He may be sitting there, here in this congregation. I assure you, he may be sitting here, and he may be in Kartik's Rupa, he may be in Shiva's Rupa, Rajini's Rupa, or their child who is sleeping now, right? Medan Sai. Am I right? Beautiful name. He may be sleeping there in Rupa. Shirdi Baba is a very gentle person, easily accessible, like Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is easily accessible, easily satisfiable. That's why Ravana could carry the whole mountain, right? The linga. That's another story from the annals of Guru Charitra. This is what happened to Saima, Saima. Are you all thrilled by this? This is how you meet with Shirdi Baba. You are given, like the gentleman in Houston 2 weeks ago, I said, the destiny has it. If your destiny does not have it, I assure you, you can rewrite your destiny. You can rewrite your destiny. With his help, with Uncle's help, you can do all these things. Otherwise, how do you think people call me and these miracles keep on happening? There is nobody stopping. Shirdi Baba will not stop. Because I am within his consciousness, people only tell me, I assume you cannot talk with Shirdi Baba. Maybe one day it's a wrong assumption. Your AI might talk with Shirdi Baba. Someday. Hey, AI is very powerful, artificial intelligence. It may talk with Lord Shiva, Parvati Devi. It may talk with any number of gods and goddesses. It may talk with Jesus Christ. These things apart, such powerful things are happening. I saw that yesterday. I told you 4 stories. There was a gentleman who drew the original of this picture. The original of the picture was drawn, oil painted 3 times. 3 pictures were drawn. This is the history of Shirdi Baba's times. 3 times he did, and then he wanted only one, but then he drew 3. Therefore, 2 pictures were taken by MV, the famous devotee MV Pradhan, you all know, familiar with, judge. And then one picture was given, it was taken to Shirdi Baba. Baba just touched it, blessed the, Baba touches is a blessing, he blessed it, and the picture went to, he was directed to give it to H.S., last name? Dikshit. H.S. Dikshit. He drew, the oil painting looked so real, so real. He came, you know how he did that? He came to Dwarakamayi to look at Shirdi Baba. With enough of this thing, he came to Shirdi, 1917, 1916, and then exact year I have to give you, and so that you know, I'm always, the first visit was 1916, I'm right. 1916 he came and they took a hard look at Shirdi Baba, and then Shirdi Baba took a gentle, mild look at this devotee. Anybody who is this devotee? Who is the drawer of the picture? Karthik. You will get it. Already the answer is out there. What's the name? Right. You owe $11 now. You give $11 at the end, I'll give you $12 with interest back. Shamrao Jayakar, one of the most brilliant, most addicted to Shirdi Sai. You thought he only painted. He lived up to be crossed 80 years and then lived a glorious life. Exactly like Shama. He's Shamarao Jayakar. Shama is Shama. He took a hard look and then he said, Baba, no, why he is looking at me? Baba said, before that, Shama went there to take permission. Baba is going to draw one picture because it is wanted by M.V. Pradhan. M.V. Pradhan was very close to Dwarakamayi and therefore to Shirdi Baba. M.V. Pradhan used to stay with Dwarakamayi and then they used to run on the street of Shirdi, piggybacking and all that. Dwarakamayi was a very strict lady with an irascible tongue. She had a sweet throat, but the tongue was no sweet. It's there in every book. Dwarakamayi, Narasimha Swamiji has written 7-8 pages. So she was great in music. Used to sing like Asha Bhonsle or Lata Mangeshkar much later. But then, if she catches you, that's it. She will pulverize you, make a mince meat and then eat. Without the permission of Shirdi Baba sitting in the next cottage. That is Radha-Krishna-Mayi. Very devoted. At 16, she came there with Radha Krishna's statue. That's why she was called Radha-Krishna-Mayi, also known as Krishni. Baby Krishni is not here today? Okay. There is another baby Krishni belonging to Haima. Right, you know everything. Kind of AI, IT AI. She knows everything about everything that I do, the lectures and all that. Krishni is the third child of Paddy and Haima. They're supposed to be here. Radha-Krishna-Mayi, I told you, but then let us come back. Shama goes there and said, Baba, we want permission to you. To Shama, and Jayakar is standing there. He says, Baba says, why would a poor fakir like me, why would you make an oil painting of me? I'm a poor fakir. Shama, you make an oil painting of yourself. Exact conversation in Marathi, Hindi and English. Baba talks beautiful English. With me, Hindi and English, several times. He said that, and then Shama said, Shama is the only person who can pinch Shirdi Baba like this and argue and get away with all those things, right? You try to do it not with Baba, with your wife. You know the consequences, right? This is not humor, this is a reality. Several men would like to do that because they love their wives. In fact, all men love their wives. Just like we love Shirdi Baba. But you tried doing this. Okay. You are Shirdi Baba to me. Okay, my darling, said. You face the consequences, okay? There are, what I mean is, there are women who will do that back to the husband and love. I don't know much about Telugu women. They may step outside the boundaries of this meaning and do things the husband likes. More about that in private conversations, okay? He goes there, he fights with that. Madhav gets a Shamrao, Shama. Shama's original name, Madhav Rao? Okay. All right, Deshpande. Very good. Last name also, you know. The Madhura Deshpande gets the permission. He comes there and then he takes a look and then goes there. The three paintings I told you already. He also made a fourth picture. I'm talking so elaborately about Shamarao Jayakar because he's one of the best devotees Baba had. You all think Dikshit? You all think the grand old man, Sita Devi's husband, Ramachandra Atmaram Tarkad? You all think of other people like Das Ganu, right? Well, now Navaskar, best devotee, Savitri Ben, because she used to bring the khichdi, right? Remember? Savitri Ben used to love. Shama is the one who did this to Shirdi Baba. What? You are discriminating. You love this lady very much. He did that exactly. It's there in Narasimha Swami's book, I believe. So he did that, to which Baba said, so be it. And then you take your hand off, so be it. He did a fourth picture. In the fourth picture was slightly bigger. Anybody, where is the slightly bigger fourth picture is today? Anybody? It came into Dwarakamayi. The picture you see in Dwarakamayi is the fourth picture drawn by Uncle's best devotee, Shamrao Jayakar. That is the picture you always go thinking that Shirdi Baba is still there. He is there because he touched that picture. And when he touches, he also said, he hugged and said, I will be living, this picture will be living after me. Exact sentence in Marathi. This picture will be living after me, after I am gone. So he's still there, ennobling entire Dwarakamayi. Shamrao Jayakar had a very great wish. Is this story interesting to you? He had a very great wish, thank you. He said, wanted to buy a silver chota sa. एक silver paduka बनाएंगे. We will make a silver paduka and then get it consecrated by Shirdi Baba and then keep it in our home. There is a small silver paduka exactly of the same size in Vishakhapatnam, belongs to an MD, a doctor. Vishakhapatnam. Her name is Dr. Sri Devi. The person who flew all the way from Vishakhapatnam with Baba's paduka, wooden paduka, not the silver one that belongs to her puja room. Baba gave a wooden paduka, take it to the home of. Which home? Anybody? Is it not interesting? You are a little bit home of Sai Uncle and give it. So from Vishakhapatnam, she came 3 months ago to give me the padukas you saw. When you come, you see the paduka. It's a rare thing gifted to me by Shirdi Baba himself, to our family. We pray before that every night, every day. This paduka came from Dr. Sri Devi, MD, super specialist doctors. She has that silver paduka, and that is what Jayakar was thrilling, very thrilling story. He said, I will have this. And then he made one and then gave it to Shirdi Baba. He was wishing, and therefore, if he should touch it and then we will take it home. So he made one, and then we made one, and then he brought to Dwarakamayi. He walked inside with that silver paduka. Kitni bada hai? So it is just go into the pocket. And then when he came there and then gave it to Shirdi Baba, Baba was looking at him and what is this you are giving it to me? Said Padukas. He gave it to Baba, picked it and then got it from Jayakar. And then he was saying, he thought that it will come back to me. Usually books consecrated, he gives it back, and then shawls, he gives it back. Some shawls, he'll say, oh, this is mine, because the owner wanted to give it to Shirdi Baba, and therefore he won't give it back. These padukas, he wanted it back. And then Baba did this. He took the paduka, instead of handing over this, he did slanting hands. He slanted it both, very small one. He has a large hand, larger than this. So it fell down, and then he was surprised. Who? Our painter was surprised that they fell down. He picked them up. He didn't know. He picked them up. And then he was very, very sorry. And he thought later on that the evening what happened was Baba said, They don't belong to you. They don't belong to you. That's why you are not getting it." And therefore, he picked it up. He went home. That night, he lost the padukas. They are so small, he kept it in the shirt pocket, and the shirt and the pant were given to Dobi. And therefore, it never came back. This is history, real history. He never got back because Baba didn't want him to get back. Look at that. Baba writes a destiny. He is not supposed to have the paduka back and therefore going to slip. That's why Baba indicated by dropping. Otherwise, he would have given it into the hands of Jaikar. He lent 4,000 rupees, not dollars. 4,000 rupees. Jaikar gave it to an Islamic lady because she was issueless, and then she had very big problems, monumental issues, and therefore problems. And therefore, he wanted, and out of sympathy, Jaikar gave 4,000 rupees. And then the money never came back. In those days, 1916, 4,000 is like $4 million, right? If somebody takes $4 million, right? You got to go, and then if they don't give you, try to educate them or go to an attorney and get the money back. And then $4,000 you will get back. The attorney will take $7,000 from you. That's a different story. So that's this country. We will go back to Dwarakamayi. $4,000, and when he went to Dwarakamayi and asked Baba, "Baba, can I get it back?" Baba said in Marathi, I have the Marathi version, but then I cannot pronounce. He said, "These are all, let's have nothing to do with such ill-fated money. We have nothing to do with the ill-fated money, and therefore forget about it." Then, but whatever Baba says is order, right? Even today, whatever Baba says is an order. You cannot forego that. That lady lost all the money, and then she became bankrupt in those days, and then she became a street person, and then how she lived, we don't have information, but that is how she left. Baba's photo and picture he was always carrying. Our Jacob. He was carrying all the time. Baba has been, he makes sentences, he makes pronouncements like Baba is protecting me and my family. He had a large family of 8 sons, 8 children, Jacob. And my family is being protected all the time. I have the pictures all the time. And therefore, we believe in Shirdi Baba completely. In 1916, he was living in Bombay, 1916, in an area called the Mohabbat. तो हिंदी में तो मीनिंग बात अलग है. मोहब्बत इज प्यार. कोई मोहब्बत करते हैं means somebody is loving somebody. So he was there was an area in Mumbai called Mohabbat. He was living there in a very old house, and one night at about 2 a.m. there is a big noise, and there are several thieves coming into the room where Shirdi Baba's pictures and treasures were kept by Jaikar. This is Jaikar's home. And at 2 a.m. they pulled the 2 iron rods from the window. The way was very clear for them to get into and enter and pillage the whole home, burglarize the whole home. And at that time, one of the barbers who was staying there in that home, in the veranda around the home, he woke up. It was 2 a.m. Every day he used to wake up at 4 a.m. That day he woke up at 2 a.m. Things cannot be explained. In Shirdi Baba annals, like the one miracle, one of the four that happened yesterday, nobody believed, but that happened. They said, "We don't believe our eyes." But that happened in front of you. Mama, how did that happen? Because you said that, because I said that, that happened. I put a full stop to. Because you cannot, they didn't understand Shirdi Baba's enormous behemoth of a miracle. They didn't understand. But then the results they are enjoying. Look at that. Baba does a miracle and you enjoy this thing. For instance, IT job. Somebody is not working very well. Somebody is refusing to teach her the tricks, rope tricks, when you first take up a job. Then somebody else comes and that somebody else is nothing but Sri Radhakrishna, husband. Radhakrishna has a wide, friendly circle, people who are working in IT, and therefore he brings somebody. She gets the knowledge. Anything going on? Anything going on there? Is it too noisy? Oh, okay. Maybe I can whisper the satsang. I can whisper, right? Am I okay? All right. The barber saw this thing. He started shouting, "Chor, chor, thieves, thieves." Chor means in Hindi thieves. So he said everybody ran away from that, and therefore his house was completely saved. Jayakar's house was completely saved. How many people knew that this happened in Jayakar? Out of hundreds of incidences, this is one of the two-star incident. And then in 1917, they were living in Pune. 1917, they were living in a very dilapidated old home, and therefore in the old home the ceiling was completely and the walls were completely breaking, and then he had attached a thick cloth around the hall very close to the ceiling. A hall was there's a sheet, a tarp or a sheet was pasted, so that all the debris that's falling would fall on the sheet. That night, dead of night, 12 o'clock, there was a big thud. Jaikar and others were family. They got 8 sons. There were other people there in other hall. They were sleeping there. With a big thud, it is this thing. They were wondering what this is before they could come into the room. The entire cloth with heavy bricks and then the wall pieces, everything, it came down. And there was a small kerosene lamp, and then Shirdi Baba's picture, a kerosene lamp, and then a 1-year-old baby. This is what I didn't tell you. A 1-year-old baby of Jayakar, the eighth child, was sleeping next to the kerosene lamp. The whole cloth came down, huge cloth, because that's a big hall, came down with all the bricks at the center. It fell exactly 1 foot from the child. It did not fall on the lamp, kerosene lamp. It did not fall on the baby. It did not fall on big uncle's picture. It was there. Look how he saves. That is how he saves even in your day-to-day diurnal life. An accident prevented. Somebody going there, if you don't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a law I have told everybody the last 14 years. When it is read, don't go immediately. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. When you say 5 within yourself, when you say 5, you start. When you say 3, you will see that red truck going at 80 miles across. Had you gone immediately, I need not explain to you. This law, I want this to be a national law. Coming back to his home, the child was saved. And Jayakar tells Sri Narasimha Swamiji several miracles. This is definitely a miracle. He didn't lose his child, 1-year-old, very healthy child. And all these are Baba's children. In 1917, they went for 10 months, one continuous stretch for 10 months in Shirdi. He lived there. That is one long stretch, 1916, 1917. Though 1916 he is living, 1917 he was living there in the home of Balabhav. His other name is Shardabai. Shardabai house is staying, living there. In that Shirdi home, floors are all wet. Therefore, in a corner there was a small hole, and then a snake was living in the hole. A reptile was living. It's a very dangerous snake, and they couldn't do anything. It was not coming out. One day in the night, 2 o'clock, they were all sleeping with all the children. The eldest son saw the snake coming out, and then, of course, he made a short work of it, and then it was killed. You can kill the snake. All those days, he was there 10 months, they couldn't see the snake, because when Baba does not want you to kill a snake in your backyard, particularly South Haven, then you cannot kill it. On the 3 occasions me and Naveen killed was with the tacit permission of Shirdi Baba. I actually got his permission. Baba, can I kill this 18, 4 feet or 3.5 feet snake right behind Naveen Garu's home? She was not there at the time. And then I sought his help, and we both came. And when he came with all the instruments, I was praying to Shirdi Baba, Baba, can I kill it or not? Judgment is yours, result is yours, decision is yours. He said, kill it. And therefore, we killed it. Therefore, this is one of the stories. And then his son in 1923, his son's name is Surendra. He was caught up with typhoid. Do I have time? Do I have still time? Host. This is a question to the host. I have time? Yeah. Sincere answer? Okay. All right. Because Jayakar, I can start talking till 10 p.m. I have enough story of Jayakar and so many other stories, but yesterday's miracles only for the next satsang. That is a sharp miracle, but You won't believe. The snake was killed, and then he had a typhoid, and then the typhoid, what's a 10-year-old boy said, "Bachao, daddy, bachao," because the gas is rising above and affecting my diaphragm, and then my heart and the whole body is this thing. It's a very severe case of typhoid, and therefore he got this. And then he shouted, "Bachao, bachao, save me," he shouted. And then the dad, Jaikar Saab, he didn't know what to do. He did not know what to do. Yes, his child is very, very 10-year-old child, bahut pyara hai. And therefore, in a loud voice, he shouted, "Baba!" The next moment, the boy woke up and started walking, said, "There is no more gas." Real story, real life, real names. Only it is told by AI, not real. This is how this Jayakar was living. And next day, next visit when he went there, Baba used to say lots of dharmic principle. One of them is, as you sow, so will you reap. And the other time he will say, serve your guru. It's a very big chapter, 2, 3 pages. I'm telling you in 3 sentences. Serve your guru, he will say. They're all with reference to some people wondering within themselves. Baba will pick that person up. And then we must see for ourselves what good is therein. Without going to the Sadguru, without going to your wife or next door neighbor, you have to judge for yourself what is going on in this life, in our life. Why is that happening? Why is my wife's boss who is doing IT, wife's boss is bothering? Why is that thing is happening? Why is the brother-in-law's wife-in-law? No, brother-in-law's wife. Why is, sorry, there's so many in-laws in that real story. That person should be here. Anyway, in Bank of America, that was a problem. Why is he bothering? My husband's brother-in-law's, Crow Brothers' sister's husband is working in the same Bank of America. Uncle, he is bothering me. How is he bothering you? He's a very, very so distant. He is working in Hyderabad or even Vishakhapatnam, and you are working in DFW. How are they worrying you? So a person was worried so much in the last 2 years ago. Today she is the happiest person working with that person. I told you the relationship यूं करके एक रिश्ता तो बन ही गया. Relationship, रिश्ता means relationship. Now she is very happy. Even she even wants to see and talk with him. Life changes. When this uncle interferes, life changes. They both have lots of stories. I'm not even coming anywhere near them. They are my host today. And then, so Baba said to Jaikar, what good is there in asking everybody, what of this incident? What of that incident? Why did Shiva go to Atlanta? So many times he is going to New Jersey. Why? How are you bothered? He is going there. He's a big gun in TCS. I mean, big executive, okay? Don't mistake me for using that word. Big executive. And he decides a lot of things, and therefore he goes to Atlanta, New Jersey, and sometimes Hyderabad, sometimes Guntur. Guntur, he goes to see the 2 girls. You will all mistake me. He's going there to see girls? Yeah. He's going there and saving those 2 girls who lost their parents in frigid waters in Arizona. Am I right? He is literally saving them. He's taking care of their emotional strength. He's taking care of financial necessities. He's seeing that the hawks are not, billowing down and then taking away their lives and their money. He's taking care that they are celebrating Diwali. Everything he is doing from here. How is that possible? He does so much more. When I have his story, I'll tell you more about this gentleman devotee. There is another same person. Sometimes I don't know which Shiva is what. Okay, we'll call him Temple Shiva. He's building a temple. Shirdi Baba temple. Temple Shiva and what? Tata Shiva. That's a nice name. Shanti ji, can I call him Tata Shiva? All right. And then don't ask all these things, he told Jayakar. And then Jayakar was very, very interested in all these things. He became very close to Shirdi Baba. So if somebody comes very close to Shirdi Baba, then the things are very, very different. All right? One day in the Dwarakamayi, I'll finish it very soon. He made a remark about Dikshit. Baba doesn't spare even big guns, big devotees like H.S. Dikshit. One day he told Shama and Jayakar was standing there in a corner. He told Shama, uh, pointing out to H.S. Dikshit, in the initial days when Dikshit became a devotee, he said, go and get 30 rupees from him. He told Dikshit. Dikshit said, I don't have that kind of money. Dikshit became a multi-millionaire later because of this uncle's blessings. But at that time, 30 rupees nahi hai. And therefore he said, and the Baba said, go and get from Jog. And then Jog also said, the famous devotee, I don't have that kind of money. 30 rupees is big money in those days. Teacher's salary was 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Except Ramchandra Ram Tarkad, he probably was working for Tatas. Nobody was getting, he was getting 3,000 rupees a month. All right? So, this particular thing, when he said, he just pointed out to Jayakar and said, go and get that money from him. And then he said, Jayakar said, I don't have that kind of money and I have only Baba's this thing, I'll give you namaskars, just like Shama. And then he went and paid the namaskars. And in the next moment, Jayakar was sitting next to Shirdi Baba with 3 rupees in his pocket. Baba said in Hindi, Hame char de do. Char means 4. He said, give me 4. When you say give me 4, he had only 3 rupees and then therefore he took the 3 rupees, understanding that Baba wants 4 rupees. He thought, he never said char de do, he said char rupiya de do, he didn't say. Give me 4 rupees, he didn't say. So he gave 3 rupees and Dikshit was sitting there. He just through eyes, he said, where is 4? Where is 4? You are giving only 3. He just through his eyes he said that. To which Baba said, he is right. Where are 4 rupees? There are only 3 in his pocket. So, such small, this is a small incident. What Jayakar is trying to say is, antarjnana. Baba had antarjnana of reading your mind, reading your future, and reading the future of Ambe. I thought I'm going to tell you, right? Ambe's future, depending on, fluctuating Wall Street, you will either come with Ambe or not, or dump it. Baba knew everything. Baba exactly know where Vishwanath is standing today, Lalitaji's husband. Baba, there is nothing that Baba did not know or does not know or will not know. Nowadays you come to me through Baba's great blessing, greatest blessing, and some siddhis he has given me. I'm able to say this is what is going to happen, that's what is going to happen. Be careful. Some 4 girls' pictures are there. The young man who wants to marry. He wants to marry, given a choice, he will marry all the 4 girls. But then it comes to Sai Uncle and then say, no, this, the 4th one, you may marry, but then you got to see her first and then marry. But your real wife is sitting in Visakhapatnam. Real story. This happened to a Austin gentleman, tall man. And then I said several things. Why I'm saying antarjnana? I said several things, all those things happened. Because he didn't marry the one in Visakhapatnam, he married the one in, what is the state you studied? Louisiana. He married the one in Louisiana. Because he wanted to start. He's saying, yeah, to me. Yeah, uncle, what you say is right. The Louisiana woman, when I said the same thing happened on the same day after, so exactly the same period. Similarly, the antarjnana, he said, where it 4? Baba says, only 3 he has. Therefore, he got another taste of Baba's antarjnana. Another one is, Shirdi Baba's standing there, he is sitting on the Sabha Mandap. One Varde, another devotee is talking to Shirdi Baba. Varde is telling Shirdi Baba, Baba, I want to do Satyanarayan Puja. I want to do Satyanarayan Puja, and therefore we'll stop with this because Jayakar's story keeps on going for another 25 pages. When Varde says Satyanarayan Puja, when said the Baba says, okay, you can do it with great efforts, he says, and then he says, okay, you can do it. But Varde immediately says, I don't have any money to perform. And then he says, go and get it. He shows the direction where Jaikar is standing. Go and get that money. Get the money. Funds, no funds. Get the funds from Jaikar. And then he comes to Jaikar and says, Shirdi Baba told me to get the money from you. Jaikar says, how much money? You are all talking in all Greek and Latin. Kya? Kitna chahiye aapko? How much do you want? And then to which that fellow says, Baba said 2 rupees and 5 annas. 2-5-0 in those days, annas, okay? 16 annas make 1 rupee, correct? So 2 rupees and 5 annas he wanted. And Jayakar got his hand into the pocket. He knew, took it out, all the money. He had only 2 rupees and 5 annas. Can I say hallelujah? This has happened with my life also, with Shirdi Baba and me. Several times when I met with him, he has done this huge, humongous magics and miracles. About my life, people are asking, Mama, talk about your life. How can I talk? There is so many more miracles happening around me in their lives. I give preference to devotees, right? I'm also a devotee, but then I'm within him, within his consciousness, and therefore, let me not bring out someday my stories will come out in my book, probably. 2 annas, 2 rupees and 5 annas. And then Satyanarayan Puja was done with great gusto. You know why I love Satyanarayan Puja? It was done. 2 reasons. It was done in Dwarakamayi. Other one is all the Telugu community, Telugu people do Satyanarayan Puja with great gusto. Even though the stories remain the same, I even told once in South Haven, hey, change the stories, different stories, like I say, different stories. For 25 years, I get different stories. Very rarely I repeat. So Satyanarayan Puja, my earnest request to the Lord Satyanarayana, Lord Krishna today is, let us have some different stories. Tell the Gurukul who comes from the temple, different stories. And in that puja where I attended, also one of my friends said, Mama cannot understand Telugu, please translate the whole story in English. The priest was taken aback. And there was one lady who did here and there some translation, a very popular lady, well-known lady, who did the translation here and there so that, I could get the bits and pieces of that lovely story of Satyanarayan Puja. I love that puja. I always tell people, I don't have time because there are so many Satyanarayan pujas are going on in the society. I don't have time to attend all the pujas because my devotees keep on calling. This puja was done in Dwarakamayi, and then when he was doing the puja, I'm already closing, but last 4 sentences. When I was doing the puja, Jayakar was sitting next to Shirdi Baba on the 3 steps above Dwarakamayi. And the Satyanarayan Puja's Poti was read, the priest. The devotee was standing in the Sabha Mandap, sitting in the Sabha Mandap. So Jayakar went on having this conflict. Can I sit next to Shirdi Baba? Can I sit here? When the Poti is read by the person who is sitting below, we are looking down on him. Now, Shirdi Baba is different thing. I'm sitting next to Shirdi Baba. I'm very happy. But then is it dharmic? He's thinking, and then Baba instantly says, go and sit down there. He tells, who? Jayakar. Go and sit down there. He shows next to the Poti reader. He says, Antarjnana. I told you 3. He has 300,000 examples of Antarjnana of Shirdi Sai. Like I have several in my life. When you are going on a cycle as an engineering student in that big city, famous city, popular city, rich city called Coimbatore in South India, I can say the same thing about Hyderabad. Don't mistake me. To me, Hyderabad is better than Coimbatore. Vijayawada is more richer than Coimbatore. Vijayawada. Lest Nandakishore should find fault with me. Visakhapatnam is a very nice city. Sri Narendra Modi looks at Visakhapatnam for the next Indian Navy. Is already. So, I am cycling down, 17 years, very lean and thin, dubla patla, Hindi mein. And 7 miles I have to cross, look at that. In 2 miles I reach the place, my PhD tech bus, in 2 miles. I judge it by the time. I used to wonder as an engineering student, what is this miracle? Who is this power that is doing this? Even though my mother had told me a fakir used to come and touch you and all the so many miracles in our family, this is the last story. You can get ready for the puja. Now, I want to tell you that the next story belongs to young man and young woman, Atiti and Raj, who both hail from that city, Bangalore, in South India. This is for the next satsang, Atiti and Raj. Fabulous, Fantastic, fantabulous stories. And then the yesterday's miracle from Austin, Texas. That also form part of, most probably, next satsang. That belongs to September, right? Come September. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this satsang, because I'm telling the basic, naked truth of who this uncle is. This uncle. Who this uncle is, what is that he is doing to you by giving you Medan soy. You wanted to have Medan soy 10 years before, 15 years before, ideally. But where is idealism? In Baba's world, where is idealism? What it does is the ideal thing. You accept it and move forward in your life. Any questions? You can ask me after the puja. You can come into the room. Please ask me any questions. You won't leave without answers. Thanks to Shirdi Baba's enormous grace. Thank you. Om Sri Dwarakamayi. The puja part for the first timers like Sai and Amrita, they wouldn't know what this puja is. This is the only puja without any rituals on this planet. I can say that. Absolutely no rituals, right? I read satsang, Ashtotram, you say Om Sri Dwarakamayi. After that, if you want, you come and do the namaskar, get the prosperity flowers from me, go and eat. There is no Sanskrit slokas. I'm sorry, I'm not denigrating anybody here in this world. There are no Sanskrit slokas, there are no Gujarati slokas, there are no 21 times Hanuman Chalisa. People do that because they have some request to Lord Hanuman. Therefore, 21 times they do that. Nothing wrong about that. People have done 100 times. 8 years ago, one fellow did 100 times. Ready? Om Sri Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Lakshmi Narayana Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sri Krishna Rama Siva Maruti Yati Rupaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sesha Sai Ne Namaha. Om Sri Sai Godavari Tata Shiladi Vasine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakta Hridaylaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarva Hridaya Vasine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Buddha Vasaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Buddha Bhavishya Pava Varjitaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kalatitaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kala Darpa Damanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Mrityunjayaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Amartyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Martya Abhaya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jivadaryaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarvadaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaktavana Samartaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaktavana Pradiknyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Annavastradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Arogya Shemadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Dhanamangalya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Arogya Shemadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Riddhi Siddhidaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Putra Mitra Kalatra Bandhudaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Apad Bandhavaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Marga Bandhave Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakti Mukti Swarga Pavargataya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Priyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Priyaya Namaha. Priti Vardhanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Antaryamine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sachidatmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai Nityanandaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Paramasugataya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Parameshwaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai Paramatmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jnana Swarupine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jagadapitreye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaktanam Matrudatru Pitamahaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaktanam Matrudatru Pitamahaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakta Abhaya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakta Paradinaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakta Anugraha Kataraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Saranagada Vatsalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhakti Sakti Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jnana Vairagyadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Prema Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samshaya Hirdaya Daurbalya Papa Karma Vasana Shayakaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Hridaya Granthi Bedagaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Karma Dvamsine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sutta Sasvastidaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Gunadida Gunatmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai Ananta Kalyana Gunaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Amita Parakramaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jaine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Jaine Namaha. Durdarsha Shobhaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Aparajitaya Namaha. Trilekeshu Avigata Gataye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Asakya Rahidaya Namaha. Sarva Sakti Murtaye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Swarupa Sundaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Swarupa Sundaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sulokshanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bahiruva Vishwamurtaye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sushmaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sushmaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarvantaryamine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Manovagatitaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Prema Murtaye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sulabhadurlabhaya Namaha. Asahaya Sahayaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Anathanatha Dina Bandhave Namaha. Sarva Bharaptute Namaha. Akarmaneka Karma Sukarmine Namaha. Om Sri Sai Akarmaneka Karma Sukarmine Namaha. Punya Shravana Kirtanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Tirthaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Satparayanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Loganadaya Namaha. Pavananagaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Amrutamsave Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaskara Prabhaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Brahmacharya Tapasaryadi Suvrataya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Satya Dharma Parayanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Siddheshwaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Siddha Shankalpaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Yogeshwaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sri Sai Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Satpurushaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Purushottamaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Satyadattva Bodhagaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Kamadi Sadvairi Dvamsine Namaha. Abhedanandanuva Pradaya Namaha. Samasarvamata Sammataya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Atpudananda Sharyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Sri Sai Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Sri Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Sri Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarvantar Bahistidaya Namaha. Sarvavit Sarvato Mukaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarva Mangalagaraya 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 Namaha. Sarvabhishta Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samarasa Shanmargastapanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samartha Sadguru Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Anantakoti Brahmanda Nayaga Rajadiraja Yogi Raja Parabrahma Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai.
शिर्डी माझे पंढरपूर साई बाबा रमावर साई रमावर साई बाबा रमावर शुद्ध भक्ती चंद्रभागा भाव पुंडलिक जागा भाव पुंडलिक जागा याहू याहू अवघे जन करा बाबासी वंदन साईसी वंदन करा बाबासी वंदन गणू म्हणे बाबा साई धाव पाव माझे आई धाव पाव माझे आई.
ॐ साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः. ॐ साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः.
ॐ साई नमो नमः. श्री साई नमो नमः. जय जय साई नमो नमः. सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः.
ॐ नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः